In this video, we're going to see how to make apps where we can use keys on the keyboard to do things. So the beginning is going to be very new. Basically, I'm going to be using the up and the down arrows. So I'm going to start out with 4 variables, one for each possibility. So we're going to name one key left. And we're going to set each one to false because currently they aren't being pressed. So in this one, I am going to switch over to text a bunch because there's going to be repetitions. So I am going to do this 4 times and change this to key right, key up, and key down. Now we're going to have a new type of event handler. It's going to start out with the same block. And this is going to be when we're on screen 1. And this is the thing that's a little different. We haven't used this before. We're going to say key down. So this is specifically checking the keyboard. And we're looking for a function event. So these things, pressing these buttons are called actual events. So we put this word event in as an argument. Now we're going to take a conditional statement and we write if event.key and I'm going to need to change over to text because I didn't get an equal sign. So if event key equals, and each button on the keyboard has a word that goes with it. So basically the up arrow goes with the word up in quotes. So if the event key is up, so if I pressed the up button, we're going to set the associated variable, so key up, to true. Not using a VAR, right, because we want to connect it with this one. So key up equals true. Capitalizing true. I'm going to use blocks for one more, and then I'm just going to copy. So I press the plus button, and I'm going to go to else if, and create my parentheses. So I am going to go back to blocks just to show this a little bit more. It doesn't like the space. And it still doesn't like that. You know what? So I'm going to go back because, as I said, I do want to do this in blocks. I'm going to press 2 pluses so that I get that else if. And I'm going to type, so if the event key equals down, I'm going to change over the down variable to true. So really only one of these can be going on at the same time, and it's whichever button we're pressing. So key down equals true. Now I'm going to change over to text. I don't really need this else, but I need 2 more else ifs. So I'm going to copy this and paste it twice, making sure I get my brackets. So from here, I could change back, but I can also just do this here. So basically we have left, and key left will be true. And we have right, so then key right will be true. So we'll be using these variables somewhere else to control the motion of our character. So here I have, this is set up, so when I press these 4 buttons, it's going to set the associated variable to true. Now, I also need an event handler for key up. So this is almost the same structure, so I'm going to copy this part. I'm going to go over to blocks just to show what needs to be changed. But right now, this is basically the same. So this is going to be for when you take your finger off a button, so key up. So if the key is up, if I take my finger off the button, basically all of these, or the associated one for which key goes up, will go over to false again. So that's how I set up my key presses. And I'm going to start a new video for the actual motion.